Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Mike Detillier for HTV. We went with one of the stars in our area, Ernest Harvey from Camp Moula, Turk. And you're involved in a lot of these camps today, and it's a lot of give back. We had the pro football camp today, but for you, you have worked with a lot of these young men throughout the years, getting them ready, if it's for junior high school football or for high school football, college. Yep. Now you got pro players in the league now. So, man, there's got to be some gratification throughout the years. You started, startup company, and now to see what you've had today.
Yeah, it's amazing. First things first, just to see so many people having fun with football in my city of Thibodeau. It got the O-line, D-line camp, it got the Manning camp, it got us doing the belly of the beast 7-on-7, and last but not least, we got Nicholls State that's hosting everything, winning the conference. So it's a great time to be in Thibodeau with football. I think it's bringing a lot of awareness that I think we're a football city, but as far as me, I'm blessed to be around everything, man. I'm glad that everybody gives me a chance to be a part of it.
I see all the players, and I think about one time when I went there, and I've been there numerous times to Camp Moula, but you had Ja'Kai Douglas, Kyron Lacey, Mason Smith. That was the interviews, 1, 2, 3. And to see now those three guys, now Mason getting a chance to play in the National Football League. You've also worked with Amik Robertson, who's now with the Detroit Lions. So that's something that for a young guy, okay, how good is he? How can he make me better? Well, wait a minute now. Look what he did for these guys. Because Kyron, this is his chance now to be the guy at LSU.
Yeah, and he's working very hard this offseason to be the man for LSU. Just Kyron, for instance, man, just thinking about all he went through as a kid, as a high school kid, emotionally, mentally, and to be the #1 guy at LSU right now through hard work, through blessings, through support of the people that surround him. It's just amazing, man. And I'm praying that, he may be the next guy that we get to go pro. You never know. Him and Ja'Kai and Jalen and all those guys. I'm hoping they all get a shot to, take care of their family off of these God-given talents that we've been sharpening for a long time.
I have on with us Nicholls State's version of Taysom Hill, Collin Guggenheim. So, Collin, thanks so much for joining us. And this is kind of giving back to the community for you. You've been able to come here and certainly made your mark out on the football field, but I think there's a lot more to it than just playing ball.
100%. I mean, the biggest reason you play football is to learn life lessons, and my goal has always been to give back to the younger generation. So anytime I get the chance to be able to give back to the community and give back to such a great school and city that's given so much to me, I'm all for it every single time.
One of the things here, which position group you working with over here? You working with the quarterbacks, the tight ends, or the running backs?
Well, they had me go with the running backs at first for a little bit, and then they switched me around, maybe go with the quarterbacks. So kind of a little bit of everything. Then they had me calling some plays for 7-on-7. So it's just kind of fun. I get to put my hand in the cookie jar a little bit here, a little bit there. So it's fun. It keeps me up and going.
One of the things we were talking to Pat about was that, about getting rapport with his receivers in the offseason. And just the passing game is a big part of, kind of getting to know. Everybody runs patterns a little bit different. They maybe come out the backfield a little bit different. But I think part of what Tim has had a winning kind of stressed here is the fact that you can run the football. The physicality part of running the ball. Not a lot of teams have that, because, man, it's almost like 7-on-7 football today.
Well, I think the biggest thing, too, is I think Pat's done a really good job coming in here and just being a really good leader for us. And then we're so old and we have so much depth on the O-line. So them guys up front, they really get it going for us, and they allow me to do my job. And then how about having a guy like Jalen Spears who can come in and kind of switch up that dynamic? We've always been known for our running game, but when you can implement the passing game into it, then have kind of a little faster guy back there besides myself, it just gives us so many more options, and when we get the ball in the right play at the right time in the right player's hands, I mean, this offense can do so many things. So it's been very fun to work with these guys.
Mike Detillier here for HTV. We're with Dr. David Elias, pro football camp, another one in the books, Doc, and 300 young men from across Louisiana. Do you have Mississippi, Florida kids too?
I think we had some Mississippi and Texas kids,
Okay.
a few.
And so, man, I remember this camp. It was small, couple dozen young men, and now up to 300. And it's part of, say, the trifecta, which has hit the Bayou in June and July, and Louisiana Lion Camp, Manning Camp, and now with the pro football camp. I know one thing. Albert, somewhere, he got a big smile looking down on this and seeing how this camp has grown.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, first of all, he kept the weather. It was a perfect day, and the camp was ending in the new facility at 11 o'clock. They were putting all the kids in here anyway, and that's when the rain came. So we can probably thank Albert for that. But yeah, this camp started, we're in our 17th year, and we had 300 kids, over 50 high schools represented here, and really couldn't ask for a better camp. It's the end of the summer. These kids have been to all the camps. This is the last one. They don't have to come. They start high school football next week. So the fact that these kids are coming means somebody's doing something right. And, Coach Rebo has taken over this camp, and the organization of this camp has just through the years has tremendously improved. And I don't know, I go to a lot of camps, and I know we've got probably 50 high school coaches. We've got Nicholls coaches and all their players. That's about 50 other people. We've got LSU, Tulane, other kids that come in, a lot of Albert's old players, Jarvis Green, Eric Alexander, former pros. I mean, it's probably a teaching staff of close to 130, 140 people. There's 300 kids, so do the ratio. You're getting some good teaching here.